Is that a 94K? Is that 94K? Oh my god, it's 94K. Those are 48,000s. Oh my lord, dude. Yo guys, what is up? Max in our first Descendant video, and today we're going over my farming bunny setup. We're currently putting out 94,000 damage procs on the 3, which is enough to kill just about every single enemy in the game in a single hit. I will have like other videos for bossing and specific boss setups, but this is what I've been using to farm all of my resources, all of my mats. And because this is a beta, I want to, in this video, describe and break down how to make builds and the different systems and the different damage multipliers, the most important damage multipliers, and how things work, so that not only do you like learn kind of what mods I'm using, but also get a broader understanding of how to put together builds in this game and how to drastically increase your damage, not only on Bunny, but just on every character. I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get right into it. So to start us off, the first thing to understand for your build that is quite important is your reactor. Now, skills used to scale off of the damage of your weapon you were holding. They would take the weapon's base damage and use that as the skills base damage. That was obviously quite broken because you would just hold a rocket launcher and then your skills would deal insane amounts of damage. Now they've changed it and they've given us a mechanics reactor. Now these reactors give you your base skill damage as your weapon used to, but now it's just a flat number that you can boost up, and then you get these skill power boost ratios. Now, the numbers in this game are pretty weird. Even though this says 0.2x, I found that if I put on a reactor that lined up perfectly with my skills in terms of double boost ratios plus the skill power, I was getting double ability damage versus not having anything lined up. Now, I don't have a perfect reactor for Bunny. We're going to be scaling the 3 ability. Now, the 3 ability has a singular damage tag. The difference between singular, fusion, dimensional, all of those things doesn't really matter. They're just skill tags. Now, the reason that these exist is so that you can scale different things differently, because you can scale all of your all of your skills equally, and get like just a general damage increase, or you can build off of a specific skill. If you want to boost the 4 ability, if you want to boost the 3 ability, the 1, and this works for any character. It allows you to really specialize into one ability versus getting general damage into all. So for this, you would look for electrical and singular, as it says in the tags here. This is what we're going to be scaling. The 1 is a fusion, which is nice, does a lot of damage, and the 4 is a fusion. So if you end up with electrical fusion, that's still fine, but for me, for mobbing, I really wanted to scale this electrical singular. That's what I think is the most important. Now, the other really important thing to read here is that we activate lightning emission. Now, the part that you may not have noticed or seen is that we inflict electrocution. Electrocution on enemies on hit, and electrocution deals continuous damage at fixed intervals. Electrocution counts as a debuff for this skill, which is really important when we get to later. Having something that debuffs enemies is really, really going to help out our damage, and I'll explain that in a second. Now we get into our actual mods for our build, and I'm going to explain how you make a build in this game and how this system works. If you've played Warframe, this is all going to be very familiar. So to start us off, we have a sub-attack module. You can put any sub-attack module in here. I just had this short sword and I upgraded it. If you really wanted to be on theme with Bunny, you'd go for the Shock Punch. But think of this, if you've ever played Warframe, as your aura mod. This is going to increase the capacity that you have for your character. It does not cost anything to slot. It can only go in this slot, and the more you upgrade this, the more it goes up. So right now, I've got it at 6 capacity cost. If I upgraded this to 7, I would actually go up to module capacity cost of 77. If I upgraded it one more time, I would go to 78. So the more you upgrade this, the more mods you can fit on your character. Next up, these are our mods. Now, every single mod is going to have a capacity cost that is going to fill up your module capacity cost, and it's also going to have a polarity. Now, as you can see, my increased defense right here is actually going to cost 10. So if we go to my defense, this one costs 9. It costs 9. If I wanted to put it here, I couldn't. I don't have the efficient capacity to cost. However, as you can see, it's got this little square icon that lines up with this, and if I put it here, it's going to half the cost of the mod. And so if you have really powerful mods or expensive mods, you're going to want to line them up with the polarities so that you can reduce your overall capacity cost so you can fit more mods on. And then the other two things that you need to do is, one, any character that you really enjoy, you want to do a max capacity cost up. This will allow you to add a bunch of capacity to your characters and your weapons so that you can fit more mods on them. And then once you get a character to 40, I haven't done this yet, but you can actually forma them. And what that means is, as you can see, here is my screen. This is my fusion slot and this slot, and then I could actually add another slot. So if I have a mod that is costing me a lot, and as you can see I'm missing a mod slot, I could add a polarity. And so let's take a look. It looks like right now my skill expansion is this like fusion icon, or the electrical master is the like up arrow icon. That is costing me a lot right now, so I could go to my module assign this slot. My character would get reset to level 1, and then I would have space for another mod. And as you can see, I haven't like fully min-maxed my bunny yet, because I haven't done this, but I just wanted to get this video out as soon as I could because the beta is only a few days long. So that is kind of how to arrange your mods. Now we're going to go over my specific build. Now, the most important things to modify and upgrade first are your blue mods. Your blue mods will give you the best like boost per cost ratio, because they're going to be cheaper to upgrade than your purples and your like legendary mods. And one of the most important mods to have is Electrical Specialist. Now, if we take a look at my stats here, with my Electrical Master, I've got a skill power modifier plus 23%, skill electric power modifier plus 6%. As you can see, this is my multiplier here, 23% and 6%. If I add the Technician mod, I am boosting my skill power modifier, right? So I'm getting more of this. However, if I add Electrical Specialist, which is a skill power boost ratio, I get a totally brand new multiplier. Now, this is so important because it is a new multiplier to our damage formula on Bunny. Originally, I was using Technician, and I was not getting much damage return out of this as compared to the Electrical Specialist, which adds a brand new multiplier to our ability damage multiplier formula. So you're absolutely going to want to run Electrical Specialist and then get Electrical Master as well. These two are going to be contributing to a lot of our damage. The next big mod to talk about is Decimator. Now, this mod goes so crazy, and I'm pretty sure it's broken. I do plan on them fixing this, which is why I wanted to explain everything, so it's not just, hey, this just uses something that is busted, but more so explains how everything is coming together. So even when this does get fixed, you can still do tons of damage on Bunny. So Decimator reads, when defeating enemies inflicted with debuffs, skill power modifier plus 72% per defeated enemy for 15 seconds up to 10 stacks. This will give us 720% skill power modifier. Once again, Technician, with its skill power modifier of 32%, isn't doing anything for us, and we're getting we're not spreading out our damage buckets. So that is why you want the Electrical Specialist so bad, and then that's going to scale the Decimator really well. Now, the reason the Decimator is currently bugged, or I said that it's bugged, is I'll show you right here. So if we talk to this guy, and this works on any character, it's just really funny. I think an intern like legit had a typo, but as you can see, as soon as I upgrade this, it goes to 7.6% per defeated enemy, and then to 8%. For some reason, on the 11 capacity or the 10 capacity cost, it goes from a like 6.8 damage multiplier to a 72%. And I like wasn't sure if this was actually going to be a thing or not, because it just looked like a typo, and I was like 95% sure that it wasn't actually going to work, and it does work, and it's giving us absurd damage. Here is a little clip of me upgrading this and testing it. Dude, what? When defeating enemies inflicted with debuffs, skill power modifier increased by 6.8% per defeated enemy. And then it goes to 72%? I mean, I do have 67,000 Cooper shards to test that, but if that doesn't work, that's gonna be a massive waste. I feel like it's gotta just be a typo, right? But what if it's actually 72%? Has to just be a typo, right? Surely. I mean, that dot was 10,000. No. Just 1,000. Wait, no, 10,000. That's a 10,000 dot. That is a 10,000 dot. It's no shot, dude. So yeah, Decimator is quite literally broken, and I'm assuming they're gonna fix that very soon, just because they've been pretty fast with fixes. Now, the other things to look out for right now, I've got HP concentration. This gives me more skill critical hit rate. This is my crit chance for my abilities. When we crit, we're gonna be like dealing double damage, so getting your crit rate is really important. Skill expansion gives us more range. Increased defense is really important. It's the only defensive mod that I use on here, besides, I guess, technically getting more HP. Nimble Fingers for more cooldown. Skill range mastery gives us more crit damage and more skill effect range. Skill extension gives us more duration. Now you may say, why are you using duration? One of the easiest ways to mod in this game and know what is by actually just highlighting over the tooltip of our skill. I can see that duration actually increases how long my lightning emission is going to be active for. So with duration increase, I'm getting 3 more seconds of this ability being up, which is quite nice. It's not that important, but there are like ways to tell what is affecting what just by highlighting over the tooltip of your skill. And lastly, for like one last mod, if I could fit one last mod in here, it would be, where is it? The strong mentality mod. This is going to give us resource cost when using a skill, because we're always going to be staying in our speed of light, which is going to make us run really fast. By the way, I don't know if I explained this or not, but you want to be running in speed of light all the time. This is going to increase your amount of electricity gained, and then this is the like lightning emission is going to be spending your electricity. So you've got like a feedback loop basically of gaining electricity as you're running, and then you're going to be like emitting that lightning with lightning emission, and the faster you're moving, the more frequently lightning emission is going to attack. So if you're in your like 2, your speed of light, you're going to be just sending out more lightning all the time, which is really important. And so that you don't run out of resource, strong mentality is also going to be really nice as just a last slot mod, so that you can efficiently use your abilities as much as possible. And lastly, for the weapon that I'm using with Bunny, I strongly recommend the Thunder Cage. When this weapon kills enemies, you can get an explosion of electricity, which helps even more with mobbing, and it's got really good DPS and fire rate. Mine is currently sitting at 29k DPS, and the mods that I'm using it on it are Action and Reaction to give me increased firearm attack, plus recoil. I've got Marksman for more crit rate, weak point control for more recoil and more weak point damage, weak point sight for that massive weak point damage boost, the fire rate up for 25% more fire rate. I've got just electrical conductor. I once again like haven't formatted this, so I need like more capacity to keep upgrading, but this is going to give me that 8% increased attack whenever I kill an enemy who's affected with electrocution, which will always be on Bunny. I've got concentrate support ammo for more rounds per my magazine and more crit hit damage, rifle reinforcement for more firearm attack, reload concentration for more crit damage and a lower reload time modifier, and then Honkai just as a slap on to give us more accuracy. Recoil is easier to control, but if the gun is firing not accurately, that gets a little bit tougher, so I've got Hawkeye on as our last mod, and this is how I've modded my Thunder Cage. Guys, that is going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see more build videos like this, and let me know what you guys are thinking of the first Descendant. I have played the last beta. I made some videos on it. I'm playing this beta, and I think this game is honestly pretty spectacular. I wasn't expecting this beta to be so good because I thought the last beta was all right, and this feels phenomenal to me. So hopefully the game launches smoothly and they don't add like a bunch of pay-to-win microtransaction BS that's going to ruin it for everyone, because right now this game feels really good to play, and I'm loving the combat, I'm loving the grind, and I love the min-max damage potential that this game has. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Guys, take care. Peace.